HFFS. Let's hear it for Ben And his opponent in the red corner. He hails from Blackburn, brings a record of 2 wins and no defeats. He fights out of Blackburn Predators. He is Ben Singleton.
Yeah, I've seen both fighters in the last month or so. I've seen Jay Moogan on Shinobi up in D-side. He lost a very tough fight actually. And then I've seen Ben Singleton only a couple of weeks ago on another show. He won his fight. So let's see what happens. Very good banger. He's Jay Moogan, good boxer as well.
Yeah, we both had the pleasure of seeing him on Shinobi. It's a great fight.
Was indeed, and let's see what he can do. He's now under the tutelage of Tom Blackledge up at HFFS, which is really making waves in Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's made a great change there. Tom, a great coach, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, he's separate from Blackledge MMA, but he's gone in there as the head coach at HFFS.
Oh, there he went for the sacrifice throw. So risky when you go for a sacrifice throw and end up, basically pulling mount.
Yeah, he's Singleton's trying to get out of that, but Moogan's on the bottom. Now, we've seen quite a lot of this in his last fight, didn't we, where Moogan ended up on the bottom a bit too much for his liking. Let's see if he can change this up.
He's got a butterfly. Well, I thought he was going to try and work for the sweep with that butterfly, but he's got his legs down to the full guard. He's going to start to try and work those legs up and work for submissions from that position.
Yeah, it can be done. I mean, he's going for a neck there. It's very tough to finish to grab a neck from that position, isn't it, Ian?
Yeah, certainly. I think he's better working head control, keeping his knees tight, and working those legs up higher. What he doesn't want to do is let him posture up like that, where he can work strikes.
So Ben Singleton on the top position now, dropping a couple of shots, but Moogan's tied one of his arms up there.
So Singleton, he's got 2 wins. He's going to want to make it 3 now, maintaining that unbeaten record.
Yeah, it's always great to maintain an unbeaten record, but for me, in amateur, it's more about getting them fights in, isn't it?
Do you know what? Certainly. Too many fighters now, we're trying to match up fights, and they're looking for a win. What you want to look is for someone who's going to test you in the areas you need to work on.
Yeah, and I think you get that with both camps here, HFFS and also Blackburn Predators. They're both guys who will take fights, and it's good to see. He's going for a neck there. Now, he could gas his arms out here Ian.
Yeah, he has got it on, but it doesn't look too tight. It doesn't look to be troubling Ben Singleton too much.
That looks a bit more tight now.
He's tight. Yeah, he's tightened it up there. Worked the shoulder round. You can see Singleton trying to get the elbow to work that head free, but he has got that tight. Doing a good job of keeping guard as well.
It is really, really tight now, and he's got to be very careful. I mean, he's doing all the right things, except for he's not pushing on that elbow to sort of escape from there. This could just be a matter of time now, but Moogan's got to be careful of him gassing his arms out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fair bit of space there I can see by the wrist. So, he's got breathing space, but it's not a nice place to be stuck.
I can't quite see if he's got a clasp on the other side, but I mean, this looks like it's a good work from Moogan from the bottom.
Well, I think the bell's going to save Singleton now.
Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest with you, I think he saved Singleton definitely, but it's also saved Moogan a little bit because he could have gassed his arms out there if he went on any longer. He's got to be very, very careful of that. And and how many times do we see it where the first round someone gasses out, come out second, third, and they can get beat?
That's certainly right. So we've had 1 round. A fair bit of the last minute there was spent in a guillotine, but it was a guillotine that he was defending well. Again, making it difficult to score.
Yeah, very difficult round to score. It's a tough fight so far, and Jay Moogan looking the more dominant fighter so far. They're probably the stronger of the two as well, from what we've just seen there, but you can never tell from that first round, can you?
Yeah, maybe just a little too ready to drop to his back. But again, like we said, we saw in his last fight, he was very ready. He spent a lot of the time working from the back. So I'd like to see him working here now. Trying to work in some strikes, then trying to work a top position.
Yeah, maybe drop some shots, and that's what we want. That's what we want to see. That's what the crowd's here for. But let's see what kind of intelligent game plan Jay's got. I know he's a very good boxer. That is his background, so we can see he's a big guy as well, isn't he?
He certainly is. He's got that boxer's back, you know. He's got a, you know, decent.
Like you.
So yeah, well, yeah, just like myself, yeah. I'd like to think so.
Bit of a flying knee there from Ben Singleton.
Yeah, well, I think more than the strike, that was just to close the distance and try and get in a clinch. He obviously knows about Jay's striking.
Yeah, definitely. Now with Moogan here, I'd like to see that underhook a little bit tighter and get up over the shoulder. Otherwise, it's not really an underhook, is it?
No, certainly not. Look there, he's trying to peel him off. He's locked up the neck.
He's going for it's a very strange sort of choke, isn't it?
Again, I think he's just holding on to something that is going to tire his arms out, that he's got not a lot of chance of finishing a fight with.
Yeah, it's more of a chin lock from there, isn't it? And it's like, you know, it's an annoyance, and he's a schoolboy headlock now.
Oh, yeah, the playground headlock is... you're asking for someone to take you back, really. You know, I think that was a wise move there to let go and spin back. Yeah,
it certainly was, Ian. I mean, you've got to be very, very careful from throwing them headlocks in, haven't you? Because you can get your back taken straight away.
So it's a good control there. Moogan doing the right thing, pushing the head down.
But Singleton scores the takedown there. And he's left his neck in again. Let's see if Moogan goes for that neck once again. Singleton doesn't look too worried now, does he? Maybe he felt the power in the first round, he's not too worried in the second.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, there's no tightness there on that guillotine at all. I think it really is just looking to try and pass those hooks. You know, Moogan seems to have the butterfly hooks in, although he's just took them out now.
That's quite tight, but it's just not. I just can't quite see what if he's got the grasp underneath with the arms.
Singleton doesn't look worried about it at all, you see.
Yeah, he really doesn't. Not once has he sort of winced at it.
You know, so he must be able to feel. Look, there's a gap there.
The weird thing is, though, he's not. Doesn't seem too worried, but he's not trying to escape from it either.
No, it's a strange situation.
That's looking a lot tighter now.
Yeah, if you could just sort of get that elbow down, turn into it a little bit. You know, tighten up the gaps.
The way I see it, yeah. If he tightens his legs there and extends his, there we go. Extends his hips and pulls on the head a bit more. But it's an arm in. It's now an arm in. He's not going to get that. It's good work from Moogan.
No, but he's locked. Oh, I thought he was locking up the arm, set up an arm bar then. So Moogan definitely showing us he likes to work. Oh. So that was a kick to the head on the floor.
So that works as basically it's an accidental kick, but he will probably lose a point for that.
He could lose 2 points. If Brad sees that as an intentional foul to the person, he can take 2 points off. I think luckily he's giving him a warning for now.
For me, that is probably a point off, in my opinion, Ian. However, he's not chosen to take a point off. Yeah. So let's see what Moogan can do from this standing position now. Yeah,
that was at the referee's discretion. I think in the in the heat of the battle, I think he's let that one go.
But still, even an unintentional foul should probably be 1 point. But I mean, you know, we're not refereeing this fight. We're just here to commentate.
So a nice solid knee to the leg there by Singleton. Another one. So 2 solid knees to the inside thigh. Finish that round off.
Very tough round to call, that second round there. Just for the fact that, you know, Moogan did a lot of the dominances in. He had hold of his opponent and he sort of went for that choke for the majority of the round. But Singleton got the takedown and was on top. So it's a tough one to call in.
Certainly, we'll see Brad Conway there just speaking to the coaches there, maybe explaining his decision. Yeah, it was a close round. I still would like to see Moogan not being so ready to drop to his back.
Yeah. Just think his wrestling defense so far is, well, non-existent, isn't it? He just seems to be happy to go to his back. But that guillotine, I mean, he needs to tighten it up. I mean, he needs to get the hands together before he starts trying to put pressure on. At the minute, he's putting pressure on with one arm. Now, you won't finish a guillotine with one arm.
No, you certainly will not. Now, let's see if we can get some strikes from Moogan, or is Singleton just going to crash that distance again with any technique he possibly can?
Well, you know what? We never know. I mean, I would like to see Moogan's hands, but I don't think Singleton's going to let him swing at him. I really don't. I think he's done his research on this kid. There we go. So that's a nice overhand right there. And again, he's going for that guillotine. Needs to get
It'd be better to try and fight the takedown rather than think about the guillotine.
Yeah, maybe he needs to get an underhook there though. Rather than let go of that neck and get an underhook, get the over-under and turn him off.
So a nice knee though. He needs to not get his legs caught.
So he's going to try and peel him off now. It's not worked how he wanted it to, has it?
No, and here we've got Singleton now working in the knees to the thighs.
That's much better takedown defense from Jay Moogan there. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that's a...
Oh, he's really cranking that neck, which amateur could possibly be not allowed.
Do you know what?
You know, it's a real twist of the spine. Brad will be talking to him there, saying, "Listen, you can do it. You can go for the technique, but do not twist the spine."
Yeah, you've got to be very, very careful of any twisting locks in amateur MMA. Let's see what Moogan can do now. He needs to start putting a bit more pressure on.
Moogan now just really showing strength. Yeah, you know, he has showed that he's stronger.
And he really has.
All the way through this fight.
I can't quite see it, but he looks like he's still got that lock on, and he's let it go now. But he can go for an arm triangle now. Go for that head and arm choke.
Now he's not shown a good hold of the mount position. It'd be nice if he could just sort of lock. Oh.
And there we go again. As you said that, and he lets go of it.
I think he'll look back and he'll kick himself watching the video.
Yeah, I mean for me, again, it's a tough fight to call. Moogan's probably done the more. He's gone for the submissions. He's gone more on the attack. But Singleton's doing very well here at the moment, and he's recovered from some bad positions.
Yeah, I think the guillotines. He's sat casual because they've not really been on. But again, he hasn't been better in his position. Moogan has been the one working, looking to finish, but then giving up the back too easy.
Yeah, well, let's see what we can do now.
Can Moogan get to his feet? Can we see some of this striking?
We've seen none of it so far, have we? We've seen a couple of overhand rights, a couple of jabs, but we've not seen any real striking from Moogan. I don't think he's been allowed to do it, and he's now stuck in a position himself.
So great fight again, very, very close. These are some great matchups we've had here on ICEFCC tonight.
Fighters to the center of the cage, please. Again, one big round of applause for both fighters, everyone. After 3 toughly contested rounds, we go to our judges' scorecards for a decision. And it's a split decision. Judge Berry scores about 29-28, Moogan. Judge Vinay scores about 29-28, Singleton. And Judge West scores about 29-28 in favour of your winner via split decision from the blue corner, Jay Moogan. Let's show appreciation for Ben Singleton. before the next fight, can we just all try and squeeze around a little bit? His chairs